The first one, this 5.5, was at 7:10 p.m., and the second was 8 times stronger. And it was just 2 months ago that we had the devastating 6.2 in the villages of central Italy, such as Amatrice. But again, yes, extremely shallow, and the majority of them are, and history has shown us that. This is a shake map for the 5.5, and I want to point out a couple things. As far as strong, those population numbers who have felt strong shaking, 168,000, very strong is 7,000. Now, it was just 2 hours later that we had a 6.1. Originally, they thought it was a 6.4, but this is 8 times stronger, as mentioned, and this occurred at 9:18. Again, extremely shallow, so there's going to be more shaking going on. And look what it has done to our numbers. In fact, instead of just 6,000 very strong, we've got 306. And you get up into severe shaking, this is when it becomes deadly. Now, I want to show you a map, a Google area of what we're talking about. This is only 20 kilometers from the one 2 months ago in Amatrice. So they felt it as well, and there are still many in 10 cities, and it is raining, so it's unfortunate. But when you get in a little bit closer here, and we're going to be able to see this, if we can get the graphics back on the side. Thank you. In between these two is the town of Visso. Visso has a population of about 400. We haven't recalled any or heard any word of the devastation between these two. However, we did receive, Paula, word from a mayor in another neighboring village of Usita. This is Usita. You can see it here. He put out information that his town has been destroyed. So we're waiting on damage assessments. We're waiting on words from the extreme damage, infrastructure problems, communication, and injuries and fatalities. But again, to give you an idea of just the terrain alone and the vicinity of how close this town was, and so many of them are in this region. Again, we want to back up a little bit and give you a little bit more of indication. According to the USGS, on the 6.1, there's a 34% chance, based on their population there, that between 100 and 1,000 fatalities. They also do some data with the economy and the infrastructure there, pointing out that there's a 35% chance that economically they could have $1 billion to even $10 billion in losses here. We've seen this happen time and time again. It's a very complex system in and along the mountain chain as the plates come together and converge in Italy. It's unfortunate we, again, are talking about this just 2 months after the 6.2 earthquake that they had just 2 months ago in the latter part of August that took so many lives and devastated the entire region. So again, when we talk about the numbers, typically, you got to get a couple of aftershocks. We could possibly call the first one at 7:10 at a 5.5, a foreshock, but there's going to be more aftershocks, and we could even see another one that's above a 5.0, Paul.